All right, guys and gals, the moment that some of you, hopefully all of you, have been waiting for, the Tiny Wars Open Tournament semifinals is now here. I am Advanced Warrior.
And I'm CJ.
And in this video, we are going to be covering Game 1 between the most surprising, the 22nd seed player out of 32 in this tournament, Adept999, versus the number one player, the number one seed, Plague. Adept, 22nd seed, but has made it to top 4. That is very impressive, CJ.
Yeah, it certainly is, and I mean, he is a good player for sure. Like, he definitely earned his way up here, and he does have a lot of experience in the Advanced Wars by Web community, I do believe, and so it kind of makes sense. But I guess his ability to adjust to this game has been really solid, as we've seen in these past couple games. Past 3 games? This is game 4. Yeah. So yeah, he's definitely adept. Well, he's adept at adapting.
That's funny. And we have Plague, solid the entire tournament. Almost no surprise, but I will say that Plague definitely cannot just like, it can't be like Game 1 where he just didn't build a CO unit. Plague is gonna have to play his absolute best here, because Adept is proven himself to be very strong. All right, so now on to the COs, and as I predicted, we were gonna see. Oh shoot, that's his profile. We were gonna see an air CO specialist. That was Will for a second. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was
weird.
That was Will.
That was Will, but as I predicted, air CO Waylon, played by Adept. Zone radius of 2, normal boarding cost, and zone expansion. 10% default for all units, but adds on 20% offense for his air units and 30% defense as well. So he is a more of a defensive air unit, air specialist, but I can't talk. And the super is something crazy. It is the same thing, expands the zone into the entire map, and gives all of his air units plus 300 defense. Really, it's 310, but 300 by itself sounds really, really cool. Anti-air are probably going to be doing like maybe 24 or 25 damage to battle copters. With a zone radius of 2 and only air units, I'm not sure if we are going to see this, but when Waylon gets this, Plague is definitely gonna have a hard time, like, breaking down the armor of that defense.
Yeah, exactly. That does calculate to about a quarter damage with that much defense. Yeah. So yeah, Waylon practically gets kind of a free turn, at least for his air units, when he is able to pop that, for sure.
Unless his CO unit dies.
Yeah, unless that happens, which is unfortunate. But I mean, he is, with the super CO power, he should be pretty tanky. As long as you don't just like kind of leave a battlecopter CO Waylon just out in the middle of the open,
like 1 HP
in range of 4 anti-airs, then I think you should be fine.
Yep. All right. Do you have mouse control?
I do. Yeah. So, meanwhile, Plague is playing Isabella, a classic.
I love her.
I guess Isabella was not banned in this game.
Surprisingly.
Isabella has default boarding cost in zone of 2. Zone expands at 30 and 60 as default. And her day-to-day is a simple, reasonable, pretty good 20% offense and defense. So she's just all around good. And then the super CO is where she becomes busted.
It's not pretty and it's not simple.
Yeah, this all units get +2 movement and indirects get +2 attack range. So your artillery become rockets, your rockets become super rockets, and
your tanks become recons.
Yeah, everything is speed. So
everything.
Yeah, Isabella is of course,
Top tier.
one of the highest tier COs in the game. So, yeah, there's not too much else to say. I think you can see the devastating power of the CO when she does get the full meter. And we will have to wait and see if that happens in this game.
Most flexible CO, I would say. All right, so it's been 5 minutes, way too long. Are you ready to start?
Yes, let's go.
do this. So I'm gonna be honest here. Adept. Oh yeah. Oh wait, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So something we forgot to point out in the map analysis. There is no way for them to build from all 3 bases. They're gonna have to wait until their funds like accumulate up. But yeah, there are some maps in the Tiny Wars that does that. That's what happens when your infantry costs 500 more. But this is I want to get straight into this. Adept clearly has the CO deficit.
Wait, what do you mean CO?
Plague has the CO advantage.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Isabella always overall is just really strong, so it's pretty hard for any other CO to really be better than her. But again, I do think that air units are very strong in this map. But I don't think it would be strong enough to outweigh how incredibly good Isabella is. One thing that also we forgot to mention in the map review was capture chains. I don't have a big enough brain to think about that though, so
well, if you gave us time, we probably could. But
yeah.
As we could see from like the side top right and bottom left bases, that infantry in the back should be able to capture that city, and then the bike can just go ahead and skip that property. But back to the COs. Adept is not out of it, of course. Adept still can prove himself to be a very strong player, and whoa. I just noticed that infantry capturing in the middle is in range of Adept's infantry.
Yeah, so Plague opted for a recon opener while Adept went for a tank opener. And Plague is using that recon to defend his capping infantry. We'll see if that infantry is able to cap. I think it does, yeah. How far does that recon reach? That's 6, 2, 3. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Reach any of Adept's units. Plague does have the opportunity to interrupt, and he does with the anti-air backing up. And I think he might actually he could go for a he does go for the
triple base skip.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Plague! I don't know what he's doing. I said earlier, Plague shouldn't mess around, but Plague is Plague. He probably knows what he's doing. But a triple base skip into the battlecopter. Are we gonna see a Bellicopter? It's the Bellicopter, and
cool.
a immediate free 10 charge, and also protecting the anti-air with the recon. Very well thought out by Plague.
Yeah, this is a very nice position so far. I think actually the triple base skip Battlecopter makes sense because Plague is opting for taking the center because he already saw Adept build the tank on the left, so that left side will be Adept's, and Plague can hang back on the left side.
Adept just dropped the city on the right side to interrupt that capture.
I think it's just because that right side capture is gonna be
more base skips.
Wait, who's skipping what? Early Duster too.
Early Duster to counter the copter. What is our unit count? What is our unit count right now? It is turn
17.
8, and
it shows on the top left.
Oh right, I forgot that happened. Sorry, I'm too used to the old. And Plague wisely moving away from the Duster, and not trying to commit too hard to those cities. I mean, it's fine for him. He already has 2 out of the 4 cities, while Adept needs to fight for his 2 out of 4 cities.
I wonder what Plague is doing on the left side. I don't know if that poking is gonna do anything. I guess because he is bringing up his own tank, but still, I don't know. That bike attack is kind of weird.
Oh,
It'll come back.
Waylon Duster. Those are always solid.
Yeah. I kind of like Battlecopter Waylon better, but Duster's well, yeah. I mean, I guess in this case, because the Battlecopter's already out, you might as well. But yeah, ooh.
That Battlecopter has 40 attack.
Yeah, it does. And Plague is getting charged pretty rapidly, already almost at
27.
Zone 3.
Yeah.
I don't know what attacking in with that infantry is doing either. That's kind of weird, kind of feeding. But I guess you're not feeding too much. This is the first, like, 10.
No, no.
I guess to prevent a cap.
Ooh.
Or prevent potential cap.
Hold on. If Adept can capture this property, he is actually going to get the advantage in the middle.
Yeah. These are interesting moves.
Oh, smart block by Plague with the recon.
Yeah, he picks up another, like, what, 9 energy from that? That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, bro, listen, like, I did not expect. Remember how I said earlier, the map, they have to go back and around to, like, actually go see combat? I did not expect to be any blocking at these said choke points. And yeah, 20 defense on that recon. That's even, yeah, an anti-air and a recon cannot stop that. I wonder how a Plague is going to respond to this Duster. Actually, no, I take that back. I wonder where Adept is going to move that Duster next, because as we said, like, you brought it up in the map analysis. Nothing can touch that copter until there is a Duster or another copter to attack it. And
he could go for that, but I don't think Plague has enough control of the center to actually go for that base
lock
blocking thing.
Base blocking thing.
Yeah, position. But I think so far Plague's focus has been less on the objectives of the cities and just more on getting charged, which makes a lot of sense actually. He's definitely playing towards his CO because Isabella does win games on her CO power. Whereas Adept can't really do that. His CO power gets him to have a really nice, relatively free turn, but it doesn't have that power to basically win the game.
Adept gave himself some breathing room by getting rid of that center meteor. Oh, so did Plague. Oh, yeah, this was nothing we didn't really talk about it because I didn't really think
totally forgot.
Yeah. I didn't forget. I just didn't think that they would actually have the time to break those open without losing tempo. Because like I said earlier, if you have a artillery, like I brought this specific example, put this artillery here before Plague can capture the city, and other than an air unit, Plague cannot capture the city in 2 turns. But like I said, that was 6,000. That's just gonna sit there. But here, apparently, we had I think it was this artillery that actually broke this meteorite here. So he didn't really. It was actually doing 2 jobs. So I'm very impressed. Plague's able to protect this city, while at the same time, if it's not shooting anything, it could break open this meteorite. So it was still doing something while still sitting there. So very nice from Plague.
Yeah, so Plague has a slight disadvantage in income, but I think his CO zone more than makes up for that. His center is looking quite scary, honestly. I mean, both of them are gathering towards the center, but I would be more afraid of Plague's center than Adept's, to be honest.
Yeah.
Adept is also moving his copter in that little hole above the C tile where just it can't be reached.
Yeah.
Which is always annoying. Oh, but and also Adept has that artillery in the base blocking range.
Oh, he does. well, is Plague able to copy this base blocking here?
I mean,
if he's
because
gonna
there's
build,
already an artillery there, I don't think he can.
no, I mean like is Plague. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, but he would be Adept would be base blocking himself. But yeah, it's I mean like Plague can still build units there. It will get damage, but it will cost him funds and it will give Adept charge.
Yeah, I would, as Plague did, I also would, what the hell's the word? Okay, I was thinking about a different word, but elect is another word that can be used here. I would also elect to get an infantry there because, okay, well that's kind of a lot of damage, but
That is a lot of damage.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't have built anything actually. now that I see that, because you're giving charge.
You're giving charge and you're losing like a little bit of fun. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Carrier?
Oh, let's go!
And you said there wouldn't be naval.
I take back what I said, Adept. You have won my heart.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know if you won this game or not, but all right, so we got the triple. Triple. So, Adept is like, yeah, I'm gonna kill your funds and I'm gonna give myself some charge. Plague is like, I am going to absolutely destroy anything here. Basically overkill, unless you build something bulky like a war tank. But
I think that actually makes a lot of sense though, because
overloading.
Really, Plague just wants the charge, and he's willing to put a bunch of artilleries on the line to get that charge, or just prevent that base from building anything.
Yeah. Was that a triple base skip from Adept with that carrier?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Oh my god!
So.
And like, I think that's the perfect spot for that carrier to be in.
Yeah, it has a lot of range, but it's still so expensive.
Yeah, but yeah, honestly, I don't know if Adept wins this game or not, but I will say it again, Adept has won my heart with the... Oh my god, he's building bombers too. Double base skip, so...
Yeah, I mean, as commentators, it's always fun to see exotic strats.
Oh my god, this is...
It's fun when like, good players do exotic strats too.
Yeah.
It's just like, what are they thinking? And,
well, to be fair, the unit count's still very close, and like it's standard, so they can see both of them base skipping. So it's like, all right, it's still even if I base skip, so let's do it.
Yeah, they can tech up properly.
Yeah, they can tech up more quickly. I mentioned a missile and a fighter from. Makes sense if Plague is going up against Waylon. A missile, and missiles and dusters, they can attack. Copters that are like
fighter.
Yeah, fighters. I said missile and fighter.
Actually, okay, I guess that makes sense. I mean, there's so many air units. There's the potential of seaplanes. I guess you do get a fighter here.
Oh my god, it's like
kind of odd.
Oh my god,
usually you see dusters, but
29 feel it can still fly around. But I do want to say I did mention Gauge. Gauge was a viable CO here, but I kind of. Well, I mean, we all knew Isabella is just like really good, but Plague is like playing with every advantage that he can get with Isabella, the increased range and the indirects, and although some units, I'm sorry, what happened?
He destroyed the infantry that was there so that he could bring.
He like.
Because there's nowhere else for that infantry to go, I guess.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, that's a heads up play by Plague, but Plague. Of course, moving on all units is really good, but there are some units that have a lot more benefit with the 2 movement. Like basically, mechs double their movement when Isabella gets the power. So seeing all these indirects and seeing a few mechs from Plague really shows the advantage that he's trying to get with Isabella here.
Yeah, just looking at this, yeah, air units are quite strong. I mean, Plague has like 5 anti-air or something, 4 or 5. It's crazy. It's just so threatening to have so many air units around. But we see Adept being the first to get to a full 60. But there are units within Plague's range for him to get a CO power and pop it immediately. I think Plague though is staying conservative with his placements. There's a lot of stuff that shouldn't die immediately, or wouldn't be valuable if lost.
Is this the first seaplane of the tournament?
Yeah, I feel like someone may have built a carrier and a seaplane when they were trolling in a different game, or they were just ahead by so much that it was just like it might.
And he pops it immediately.
We see the CO power go up.
Oh my god, that range!
Yeah.
That range!
Yeah,
oh
these
my
things
god!
Are so far. What the frick?
Oh my god, veteran anti-air. Oh
These
my
guys
god.
Just they go so far. And
balanced.
He's picking off like a bunch of infantry. And I mean, I think if Plague went for some caps in this turn, which I think he'll go for at least one, that means that because there's like no infantry in the center anymore, Adept can't really capture back.
Oh my gosh, Plague hit all 4 of those artillery.
Yeah.
So they're not. So they technically still cover each other, but not very well. It's just a tank and air units up there for Adept.
Yeah, but Adept, if he pops his CO power, his air units practically get a free turn.
Yeah.
So
can Adept kill that 9 HP tank and possibly kill the battlecopter, the CO battlecopter?
I don't know if it's useful to do so, because the CO power has already gone out.
Oh, he didn't pop his power.
No, he didn't. But I guess his units, his air units especially, are mostly centralized, so they already get at least a defense boost. And I guess if he waits till next turn, then Isabella won't have a defense boost, and then maybe his power is a little bit more effective. But yeah, I don't know. It is quite hard for Adept to come back from this.
But he's fighting back.
Plague does have the right side for the most part with that anti-air, because the anti-air beats the recon.
Yeah.
Plague practically now has the center too. He got a cap, turning the income giving him the income advantage. The left side even is more so winning for Plague too. So yeah, I think that CO power, even though Adept was trying to mitigate it by kind of holding back and having his units in a relatively defensible position, it just wasn't enough. Isabella insane.
Yep, and another duster because there's just predominantly air units up there. So let's see how Adept fights back here. Okay, pulling back. None of his cities are threatened by 2-turn captures though, so a triple supply. Oh my gosh, we're actually getting both powers this game. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, honestly, Waylon's attack damage is not as high as Tasha's, but I always forget that it's still a very considerable damage boost that Waylon gets for his air units.
Yeah, that the front line is all air units, so they won't take that much damage, which is kind of good. He definitely positioned it properly.
Yeah, as D just calls it.
I don't even know if he'll try to hit with an anti-air. Maybe he'll hit.
2 damage!
Yeah, 2 damage.
2 damage again! Oh my god, the counterattack! Wait, was it already damage? Oh my god,
no.
the counterattack!
Yeah.
Oh my god, seaplanes are just as insane.
I think it's just Waylon, but yeah.
I know, but just like adding Waylon's bonuses.
Hey, does that seaplane have any ammo?
No, it does not have any ammo. Oh my god.
Oh, that's what that rig is for.
Yeah, that's what that rig is for, obviously. I'm like, it also makes sense for Greyfield, but Greyfield can just pop the power and just refill just fine. Maybe that's why he can give bonuses to seaplanes. But we're not seeing Greyfield here. Imagine if there were tags in Tiny Wars and Adept can just switch to Greyfield like right now.
Yeah.
But that would be very tricky with the CO zone. Like you play Forsyth, and then you tag in, say, Lynn or Tabitha.
I mean, why tag? You just have 2 CO units, 2 different CO units with their own energies, and it just gets confusing. But yeah, whatever. Anyways,
Adept is fighting back.
Yeah, Adept is actually getting decent hits
Hey,
on stuff.
Hey, it's back. Oh, that probably would have died if it was outside of Isabella's range. But hey, listen, 2 is a very good zone to have. Oh,
there's the resignation.
That was a resign. Okay. Oh wow, that's caught me by surprise a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Adept really had too much play. Plague was actually down material. That's interesting.
He was, but
I think I guess the composition of units maybe wasn't that great. I don't know,
maybe.
Actually.
So let's okay. So first things first. Plague got the CO advantage. Like I said it at the beginning, but I didn't want to make it sound like Adept was going to lose. But yeah, the CO advantage clearly went to Plague. The only thing Waylon has over Isabella is just 10% more defense on air units. Because like it's like, wrong thing again. Because it's pretty much the same. Okay, maybe 10% extra attack and 20% extra defense for air units compared to Isabella. But Isabella can just cover all of her units, and Plague took advantage of that. And at the beginning, as you could see, he triple base skipped for a battlecopter because, as we said, air units are good on this map, and it just boosted everyone. Like this here, this is 20% extra attack for this anti-air, and I don't think the anti-air would one-shot by itself. So yeah, that's like a big boon for Plague. And then yeah, Plague just like took advantage of like the unit flexibility, gave all of the units bonuses, and was just like getting charged, and then like had like indirects and mechs to like try to set up the turn. And yeah, it was just like so many advantages that Isabella has that most other COs do not have.
Yeah, and I mean anyone can play Isabella, but like when you have a really skilled player like Plague, when you have Isabella in his hands, like, dude, it is. I mean, just watching this game, it is terrifying to try to play against this. This is so difficult. Like even though he triple base skipped, that didn't matter. Even though he kind of gave up the center for a while, that also didn't matter. Like Adept wasn't able to capitalize on it, and Plague was just getting charged left and right. Plague played to those strengths, gathering the charge, increasing the threat, and then just let it go, and it basically won the game as kind of expected.
Isabella
is just too good.
It was not a stomp. Adept did his damnedest. I'm sorry for cursing. Adept did his damnedest in this tournament. And
Adept was really good here.
And he made himself to like put himself in top 4, which as a 22nd seed. Incredible play from Adept. I know Adept definitely was feeling it like later on in this tournament, but of course, I think this game took like 3 months in real life.
Yeah, 2 months, 3 months.
But yeah, Plague was probably feeling it too. But Adept, you have proven yourself to be one of the best amongst the best Tiny Wars players here. I hope you do well recovering after this tournament. Oh my god, it sounds like I'm saying that because he lost. No, I'm just saying that because he spent so much time in this tournament and wanted to do his best to prove himself how strong he is. And I think in this game still, he has done exactly that.
Yeah, these games, like, especially when they drag out for so long, and when you're playing against someone that is generally within your skill range, but just doesn't seem to be making mistakes. Like, it is brutal on your psyche. It's really hard to keep the mental fortitude to really have the strength to think and then feel like you're actually doing well, or at least doing decent enough to want to continue. We've definitely seen a couple games resigned when players looked like they were actually doing well, and it's just because the stress it gets to you. It's hard to keep it up. Sometimes you get busy. It's hard to play these games because they are so complex. But I mean, we definitely appreciate these games. We definitely appreciate watching them and commentating on them because these people are skilled players. They put in a lot of time, and we can see that the fruit of that effort. It's good games like this.
Yes, absolutely. Well done by Adept, and congrats to Plague for moving on to the finals of, again, the very first Tiny Wars Open tournaments. We are finally there. We can finally see who not reigns supreme, who takes the number one place. But we still have another game to go before we get our second finalist. Guys and gals, thank you all so much for watching this, what do I call this game? This hard-working game that both players...
Super long.
But definitely, as you said, the fruits of their efforts really showed here.
I do want to add in just a little bit more, just at the very end. I understand why... I think, Adept resigned here, and he does have the, I guess, material advantage for this turn, but, where is it? Oh, wait, Plague... Oh, does this number count? Wait, I'm confused now.
I think, no. Adept did actions. Adept did actions.
Oh, after Adept moved? Then
Yeah. Hit play.
Reduced?
Hit play. But yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, play. Adept kind of just went, all right, I'm gonna do as much damage as I can, and then resign.
Yeah. Because based on the placement, there's a lot of things that are vulnerable, and I think it's even possible, even though Plague has 21 right now, I think it might even be possible to get his zone or hit his power in this turn. You have an artillery shot. You have another artillery shot. You have a missile shot.
Oh yeah, that missile right there.
You have this anti-air can go to various places. This duster can go to places. The mechs can do stuff. So yeah, I think it's actually possible for Plague even to get CO power in this turn, or at least get a significant amounts of the next turn is ready for CO power. But
I don't think Adept would. If Adept was going to resign this turn, I don't think he would put himself in this position where so many things can target and kill the CO unit. Well, there is only 5 energy, and there's already a duster here, but that's possible. But anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, nothing else. That's it.
Okay. All right, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching Game 1 of the semifinals. Please stick around for Game 2. Subscribe to know when Game 2 comes out, because we will be getting on that pronto. I'm Advanced Warrior.
And I'm CJ.
And you all have our warmest regards. Please take care.
Thanks for watching.
Ciao, ciao.